Really did not plan on making this a 3-part series. Oh man, here we are. I kind of lost a little bit of energy when I heard the ding and I realized that the video had stopped. But that's okay, because I still need to share. I shared about Jesus, which is obviously the critical part. Well, it's definitely critical, and it's an existential problem that one has to face at the end of their life. Life changing. But yeah, so these flex heads are good. These snap-on. These snap-on flex heads are really good. Big fan of them. But the flex in the head is way too sloppy. Now, I've had these for a couple years, but as soon as I got them, and I didn't understand enough about ratchets, honestly, till about 2 months ago, to realize that I didn't want them to flex that easy. So, because this isn't an indexing ratchet or a locking flex ratchet, it's a freely rotating one. And guys, I already tightened this pin down, this bolt, whatever, this cross bolt. Because of the design of these ears, they're pretty thick, so even if you tighten it like a good bit, you're not going to get much compressive force on this actual pivot point, which increasing that compressive force would increase friction, therefore increasing, you guys get it, right? More friction makes it harder to move. So that was my thought when I got these rubber bands. Not rubber bands, actually. Let me get it for you. Follow me, boys. My little small auto parts thing. Guys, and don't worry, don't judge me because of my foolish decisions in the past to buy Fram. Guys, if you're still in the Fram bus, hop off, please. Get off, because they make their filters out of absolute garbage when compared to something like AC Delco, which is literally OEM stuff for I think Chevy, maybe Ford. I'm not sure, honestly. But yeah, don't ever buy Fram anything. If that's the only choice, it can get you by. And honestly, I used Fram for years before I started to switch over, because I watched videos and watched people cut them apart. But guys, if you can avoid it, never, ever, ever, ever buy Fram with the cheap stuff. Just buy OEM. What am I getting? Oh yeah, I got 2 sets too. One's red, one's blue. They're all black though. It's an O-ring though. I think Kevin Talbot. I saw him, maybe? I'm not sure, but I saw somebody. Fudge nugget. Oh, got it. If you wouldn't have seen it, you wouldn't have believed it. Well, I mean, maybe, because some of you might have believed it. Sure, okay. Moving on. Yeah, I forget who I saw. I saw somebody on YouTube with the sets of these, and and they were using them for various other things. I think one of them was for RC dog bones. It was maybe vibration prevention. I forget what the purpose was. So don't quote me on it. I don't think it was for that. Oh, I think it's for shocks. So if you put it on the bottom, if you fit them around the bottom of your this is for RC stuff, mind you. It works as you can use them in a certain way where it works as a buffer, kind of. It helps from bottoming out and getting that hard contact point. So I forget exactly how he did it. But yeah, so O-rings, right? Get you an assorted kit of O-rings. Found on Amazon, found at a local hardware store, wherever you can source it the easiest. And excuse me. Oh, that was one more for the boys. Yeah, and you want to start with as small as you can get, and you're going to want to work them over the handle. It's going to be tough. You're going to use 2 hands, and you might want to get it, you don't want to get it, so you don't want to get your fingers slippery, right? Because then you're going to have difficulty actually putting it over and rolling it down. But sometimes getting the lip a little bit wet will help you slide it over. It helps it, lowers the friction. So, in progressively increasing size, you want to roll up O-rings and put them in series that way. And the reason you do that, focus. And the reason you want to do that is because say you're up under something, you got a socket, you got a bolt or something, and you gotta apply positive pressure, right? And depending on the angle of flex, some spots don't have a ton of room. So if you start to, again, because you're trying to push in whatever fast and you're trying to tighten, and if you start to push, and the head flexes real easy on you, you can't get the traction, and soon enough you run into this going too far where it don't fit. So that's why I did that. Did it on the 3/8 and the halfer. And it's not perfect. I honestly think the half could use a little more friction just because of the size. I don't have them with me. I'm not using this is a half. It is a half. I thought it wasn't as far as I thought it wasn't as far. I thought it wasn't at first, but it did fit, so that is good. Yeah, I think it needs to go up some, just a little bit. Another thing, guys, if you haven't ever greased your ratchets, pull the head. That's not it. That's funny. It sounds totally different and often. Does it feel different? Maybe I think you're just because the lateral torque I was applying to it was causing the gears to bind differently. It was causing more of a bind in the other direction. That's what I'm focusing. No, there is a definitive difference. That's weird. It feels much notchier in the off position. Don't know if that helps. Which is weird. And guys, that's what I was going to say. If you haven't ever pulled the head and put a little grease in there, that's what we should do that. And I did that a couple weeks ago. But I just never noticed how there's a... Let me see the 3/8. Let me get a little socket. I lost it. I started thinking about something else. I need to be really focused on it. My mind was wavering. Yeah, this feels... like identical. Whereas this... I want to make sure I'm going the same speed. I went slower. No. So when going the same speed, they don't feel different. Maybe I'm going crazy. It's weird, though, when I apply any kind of lateral load to this, that it really grinds. Does it grind? I'm not trying to do with that. I guess it just seems a little more predisposed to grind when it's in the off. I'm thinking it's spinning off. It could just be with how I don't know what the middle parts are called inside. I forget. But yeah, long story short, guys, I'm on the content train. Choo-choo! Use O-rings. Increase the friction. Allow it to work better. And as always, you boys rocking Snap-on tools. Only the best. Only the best. Just start hitting them. Pow, pow, hammer, hammer, hammer. Have a good day, guys. Love y'all. God bless.